Hallucinogenic Dice. Item Number SCP-1974-EX. Object Class Safe. Explained. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1974 specimens are to be contained in low-value item storage at Site-61 when not needed for experiments. SCP-1974-EX specimens are to be contained in a standard small item lockbox in the Research and Development Storage Area of Site-55. When handled by personnel not being subjected to an experiment, butyl rubber or nitrile, NBR, rubber gloves should be worn to prevent exposure to anomalous effects, drugs embedded within the SCP-1974-EX material. Affected personnel must be removed from duty and quarantined until the effects of SCP-1974-EX wear off, approximately 36 hours. Field agents have been issued Order 61-1974-B, a low-priority directive to capture and contain SCP-1974 specimens not under Foundation control and gather evidence as to their source. Field Order 61-1974-B rescinded August 16th, 1992. Description: SCP-1974-EX are 20-sided dice, commonly referred to as D20s in role-playing games, which appear to be composed of a standard acrylonitrile butadiene styrene (ABS) polymer. Anyone handling SCP-1974-EX for 5 minutes continually, or over approximately 1 hour, when SCP-1974-EX is used in a typical role-playing game, is subject to the effects of hallucinations and extreme suggestibility. When SCP-1974-EX is used in a role-playing game, approximately 90% of affected subjects believe the game parameters and environment to be real and begin to act accordingly. Effects typically persist for 36 hours. The remaining 10% of exposed subjects experience miscellaneous hallucinations, typical of an unintentional exposure to LSD-25 or psilocybin, as do subjects exposed to SCP-1974-EX and not offered intentional or unintentional behavior suggestions. It is currently being investigated whether the effects of SCP-1974 are chemical, mimetic, or supernatural. Analysis has determined that in SCP-1974-EX, the ABS has been combined with redacted, a solvent and carrier similar to dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO, but solid at room temperature. This is used to introduce a dose of an R-ergotamine derivative, a long-acting hallucinogen. In addition, SCP-1974-EX contains a transmitter emitting non-audible sounds at frequencies of redacted, generating a psychoacoustic effect that combines with the hallucinogen to cause extreme suggestibility in SCP-1974-EX exposed subjects. Since SCP-1974-EX is merely a novel means of hypnotizing subjects and secretively dosing them with hallucinogens, it is hereby declassified as an SCP and removed from the main SCP database as of August 16th, 1992. Collection of further uncontained specimens is now a police matter and will not be conducted by Foundation agents. Due to the potential uses in clandestine activities and humanoid SCP control, Foundation Research and Development has requisitioned the supply of SCP-1974-EX and is developing the means to reproduce its effects in different formats. Footnote: the Foundation takes no responsibility for the presence of hallucinogenic pens at the Marshall Carter and Dark Auction on blank 2000 blank. Addendum: SCP-1974-EX came to the Foundation's attention when a large quantity were distributed as free samples during Redacted Con, a science fiction and fantasy convention held in blank on blank 19 blank. Over 200 individuals were detained after exhibiting bizarre behavior, resulting in blank fatalities, blank injuries, and numerous incidents of property damage and disorderly conduct. Blank specimens of SCP-1974-EX were confiscated and the incident attributed to mass hysteria caused by an unusual variety of food poisoning. Incident Log 1974-1. The following is an excerpt from a list of incidents reported shortly after the initial release of SCP-1974-EX to the public. It demonstrates that while many affected subjects engage in harmless but absurd behavior, others pose a danger to themselves and others, especially to unsuspecting or defenseless persons. Blank. Severely beat blank. Hotel doorman. Believed victim was an orc. Subject successfully restrained with minor injuries. Blank. Restrained while casting a fireball by chanting in an unknown language, waving a pool cue, and burning a carefully arranged circle of kitchen spices. No injuries reported. Blank. Claimed to work for Redacted after playing a game of Paranoia. Interrogated and released when it was determined that subject had no knowledge of genuine classified information. Blank. Killed by blank police after charging a group of officers with a butcher knife while shouting, "Blood for the blood god." Blank. Attempted to sacrifice his sister to summon Yog-Sothoth after playing Call of Cthulhu. Data expunged. The source of SCP-1974-EX remains unknown. Relevant information anonymously transferred to blank police department for continuing investigation.